It's been a dangerous road thus far in 2020 with no full-on direct, a ton of delays from other companies, and not a whole lot on the calendar. But Nintendo came through and said, don't you worry, Switch fans. All of your fears will be assuaged because Byleth is coming to Smash. Now, they also said, hey, here's a roadmap of 21 titles that are coming to Switch, even if we don't have a direct yet. Maybe it's coming soon, perhaps early February. Some people still think somehow late January. I'm team February. But here are 21 games that are coming that we can talk about and have talked about. So I thought it'd be fun to go through and rank these bad boys, tier them up, and see which ones I am most excited for. Make sure to let me know in the comments down below which of these games are your S tier games. Obviously, this is just my opinion, so no hurt feelings. Please don't be sad. I love you guys a lot. Hit that like button if you enjoyed these kinds of videos. Now, you'll see that I have removed the E and F tiers because I believe at this point in the game, any game coming to Switch is better than F tier because we need freaking games. And I gotta give them credit because they could be out there announcing delay after delay, like Cyberpunk, Dying Light, Final Fantasy, Avengers. They could do that. And they've got some dicey dates that we'll talk about. But they're saying, hey, 21 to look forward to. And we got way more when you consider the direct that's probably coming some point soon, and the rumors about Paper Mario, 2D Metroid, Wii U ports, etc. So it's all good, baby. BioShock the Collection is coming to Switch. Hallelujah. Anyhow, let's take a look here. Now, they've ordered these games based on release. And the first one they have is Tokyo Mirage Sessions Fire Emblem Encore, FE Encore, because it's out now. And again, as I stated, nothing is F tier because they're all providing content for Switch beyond the sometimes usually really sketchy fare that hits eShop by the dozens each week. So we'll start with FE, and again, this is my personal preference. For me, this isn't saying this is a C rank game, it's just my enthusiasm, my excitement for this. I'm not reviewing these games, I'm just telling you how I feel about them. It is a C, because I kind of want to play it again. I liked it on Wii U, I didn't get very far, and I know that this has a lot of positive hype and buzz. Doesn't have English voice acting, and will I really finish it? Probably not, so I'm going to put it C. Now, Darksiders Genesis is something I'm very excited for. I demoed it at E3. I didn't think it was amazing, but it got really good remarks and reviews on PC. It's coming to Switch February 14th, Valentine's Day. It brings together two of the Horsemen with a lot of love. I'll give it some love as well. Devil May Cry 3. They've announced some special features, but honestly, for me, this goes too far back. I'm not interested in playing games from this era. Something about that era just does not translate well for me today. I know a lot of people love Devil May Cry. It's a great franchise. Dante would have been a better pick than Byleth, in my opinion. I don't have a whole lot of love for that. Pokemon Mystery Dungeon Rescue Team DX. Now this one, I don't know. I feel like it gets a little bit of props because it was out of nowhere. It was part of what I felt was a pretty good Pokemon Direct. And will I play it? Probably not. So I was going to say C tier. All right, should we get something in the S tier just because Hollow Knight Silksong is apparently still coming? I don't know when it's coming, but that character looks sick. The game looks amazing. Team Cherry is fantastic. They do great work. It's going to create more fan gamer merch. I love their gear. I haven't got any lately. I'll probably get something for Silksong if I like it. Plus, I didn't hop on the Hollow Knight train when it first left the station. I was late to the party. Played it on Switch legitimately for the first time, and now I'll get to play it day and date launch with everybody else. I'm just super excited. I don't know when this one comes out. You know, we saw it at E3. I played it at E3. And nothing since. They're hard at work. Take their time. No release date. No delay. Just let us know when it's ready. Let's pick something else that I think is S tier. Dude, if The Outer Worlds is a solid port, it's not my favorite game of 2019. In fact, it didn't even make my personal top 10, but I think The Outer Worlds is a super important title for Switch. It's a big third-party title, it's a massive RPG, and it's not calling back to the era of Skyrim or even The Witcher 3, which are really quality games, but they're old. This is a relatively new game, and it still says early 2020, so if they're able to hit early 2020, which to me expires by the end of April, that's going to be a big deal. Especially in a quarter and in the first half of the year that doesn't seem to be fully loaded. That could all change with the direct, but right now, not a lot going on. All right, let's go back in order. Animal Crossing, yo. It's got to be S tier. This is like the game, right? This is the game for everyone. I kind of like, me personally, maybe I put it A tier because of, I don't love Animal Crossing, but Nintendo is doing work by putting out a big game that people really want. Got to give them credit for it. I'm hyped for it because it may change my tune. It may turn things around for this franchise for me. I haven't really fallen in love with it before. I think the art style looks awesome on Switch. I like the island theme. and the Switch in general has just won me over with a lot of franchises. So we'll go S tier. How could you do anything else with New Horizons? The battle for Bikini Bottom Rehydrated being on here is a little concerning. And yes, I appreciate Nintendo listing 21 games. It's like a roadmap to fun. But there's some stuff on here that is a little dicey. And like, you know, having to utilize Devil May Cry 3 as one of your 21 games to look forward to. Ooh. Battle for Bikini Bottom, like, it's cool that they're redoing SpongeBob, but like, the game isn't very good. It's not a great game. It's like fun nostalgia, and I guess for those who want that, but like, and this is a remastering, I don't know. I really love SpongeBob as a kid. I still have some love for him now, but I'm more excited for the movie than to play this game again. Minecraft Dungeons honestly is going to be A tier for me. I'm not the biggest Minecraft fan. Obviously, it's one of the biggest games ever. But Dungeons looks really cool. I think taking the Minecraft IP and taking the popularity and bringing quality game design in a different genre could be a really nice touch. Plus, it's a new ARPG. Diablo 4 is way a ways off. You've got Diablo 3 and Torchlight 2 on the Switch. They're really good ports. They're really fun to play both of them. But this is something new, and maybe it can bring some clever antics to the formula. It's a new ARPG. It's a new Switch game. It's not a port. It's not a remaster. It's not bringing something back from a decade ago. It's just a new game, and it's supposed to hit in April, which is pretty cool. Trials of Mana, I have a zero attachment to the Mana franchise at all. I personally don't care. Is that even a retail game, or is that an eShop game? I'm not even sure, but for me, it's going to be D tier. The Sword and Shield expansion pass is interesting. I'm surprised that there's so much division on this. I guess I shouldn't be because Pokemon elicits so much division as is, but I think they look really good. I'm very excited because they're doubling down on what makes Gen 8, like the wild areas, new Pokemon, Galarian forms. I think it looks really cool. Star Wars Skywalker Saga is honestly S tier for me because I saw a demo of this game last E3 and it looked phenomenal. LEGO has impressed by really upgrading their formula throughout the years. So you look back at the original LEGO Star Wars to the more recent LEGO games, and then the Skywalker Saga, it's like definite big inclines in game design chops and in quality. I like the LEGO games. They're not my favorites, and there's plenty of them. They're actually available usually for great prices on Switch. But this one looks like it's on another level. And I'm kind of on a Star Wars kick because I liked Episode 9, unlike most people, and I want a Babu Frick and a Baby Yoda in LEGO Star Wars. If they don't make it happening, what are you doing, Traveler's Tales? What are you doing? Missing a humongous opportunity to put the two best Star Wars characters of all time in your freaking game. All right, let's go to the Smash Bros. Fighter Pass, more DLC. Do I judge this based on Piranha Plant and Joker and Banjo? Or Terry and Byleth? I feel like Sakurai is going to really deliver with this. I feel like he's going to go crazy. I feel like he's going to double down on Nintendo, third party, mostly part of Fighters Pass 1. I feel like Nintendo will be mostly part of Fighters Pass 2. That's at least my hope, but I know there's a chance that it could be 4 Fire Emblem characters and 2 third parties. You never know with Sakurai. It's completely out of our hands. He says they've already been decided. We have no effect. So we just got to sit back and enjoy the show. They're going to be doled out over the next year and a half. Going to be a long time before we know the full pass. It's going to be a long time before we even know the first 2 of Volume 2. So I'm going to set it at A tier. It's probably going to be good. Overall, they've delivered an incredible roster. I'm going to like it. What is Snack World? The Dungeon Crawl Gold. I know this is a level 5 game. I believe it's supposed to be like the evolution of Yokai Watch, but I don't think I've ever seen gameplay. Oh, that's why I've never seen gameplay. Okay, Snack World. Yeah. Not so excited. Doom Eternal. Ooh, Doom Eternal. I'm insanely excited for Doom, but my issue with Doom is twofold. One, it's not going to be day and date, and we were promised that this was going to be day and date, and it was one of the most exciting third-party titles on Switch. Now it's not going to be there. We don't even know when. There's not even a window. This could release in the fall for all I know, and most likely it gets a date around like a direct, and then they say, hey, it's coming out in May, or it's coming out in June, or it's coming out in April. I don't think it'll be that far behind, but I was so excited to have a big game, and Bethesda's done the Switch so right. And then, like, Elder Scrolls Legends just went missing, which is one of my favorite Bethesda titles. Doom Eternal gets delayed, like, fully delayed, and then double delayed on Switch, which sucks because it was supposed to be, like, our saving grace last fall, like a big third-party title. And they lose my love for taking that from us, and then they haven't even given us a Switch date. I'm going to play through Doom Eternal on launch day on another platform, so for me, like, the hype just isn't there. Plus, it's going to, like, it's such a fast-paced game. I would just rather play it somewhere else. Sorry. If it was day and date, I'd probably say, you know what, I'm going to give it a go on Switch. I'm gonna play it on Switch because they've earned it, but we don't even know when it's coming out. It could be 6 months. It could be a year. I'm going to balance these JRPG franchises in a little bit different way. For me, Crystal Chronicles is not that fun. I know a lot of people like it, but for me, it's not that fun. Instead, I'm going to take Bravely Default and put it A tier because I really like the battle system in Bravely Default. And I think it's interesting that they're just like, Bravely Second wasn't a thing, Bravely Default 2, hello, forget that this is actually the third game. The art's going to be really good on the system. It's an original game. It's a cool JRPG. You know, Octopath kind of took everybody by storm a few years back. Maybe this can do it again. I know Bravely's a more popular franchise because it actually has a history, and it was a big deal on handheld, but I think bringing it to the Switch could open it to many more fans, and they've got a great balance system. I hope they do big things with this one. I hope the story is engaging, and I hope it ends up being one of my favorite unsung hero games of the year, kind of like a hidden gem. It's not hidden for a lot of people, but for me, if it does well, it'll be a surprise, and I would really love to see that. No More Heroes 3 has got to be S tier, because as much as we got it so wrong about the offshoot game, what is it, Travis Strikes Again? That was our most anticipated game of the year at one point, and then we were like, oh my god, it's not a full-on sequel. It's like the filler stopgap game to make money and see if there's enough fan desire for a full-on game, and then convince Nintendo and then make... No More Heroes 1 and 2 are crazy games. I love boss rush type games that have interesting mechanics, and I really like the fights in No More Heroes. I don't know how it translates to 2020. I don't know how it translates to Switch, but if they can do good work, it'll be a really exciting time. A couple games left here on this list. Xenoblade is so hard because everyone seems to want it, and I just... It's the third time it's coming out. Wii. And then they did the new 3DS version, which is awkward because the new 3DS, now they're doing the Definitive Edition on Switch. It's a port of a port. I'm sorry. I know it's a beloved game. It's great. The Xenoblade franchise has done really well, but I burned down on Chronicles 2, and I'm not looking to go back and play this for a third time. I don't really want to see Nintendo fill their calendar with ports of ports. I know people want this game, but when is it even coming? And it feels like just give us something else. Give us something new. I really like when we're doing the whole Animal Crossing, Bravely Default, DLC. I like that Nintendo a lot more than, hey, let's go back and pull these older. I mean, I even feel a type of way about Metro Redux, which isn't on here, by the way. That got announced. It's coming. It's bringing Metro 2033 and Last Light, the remastered versions, to the platform. If those run well, that'll be a great package. 1 cart, 2 games. Don't know how good they're going to run, but like that to me, it's a lot more recent. People really liked Exodus. But like pulling back from the GameCube era and the Wii era, just it's sort of like Devil May Cry. It's just like it's too far back for me. You may love it, and I'm glad it's coming. And again, at the end of the day, none of these are ERF because they are games coming to Switch. Panzer Dragoon for me, honestly, I have no attachment to the franchise. Deadly Premonition 2, just because there's so much cult weirdness, the game will probably be mediocre. But like, what if it comes out and it's just fantastic? I don't know. I'm intrigued because it's interesting. I'm intrigued because the first one garnered so much attention, even though it really wasn't good. So that's the list. That's what we got. A lot of S tier stuff: Silksong, Outer Worlds, Animal Crossing, Skywalker Saga, No More Heroes 3. Some solid A tier. Some good ports that are coming late, but they're sitting there in B. Some other ports that to me are more interesting, and then some ports to me that aren't that interesting. Let me know where you put these games. Which ones are your S tier games? Again, it's just my opinion. I'm glad that Nintendo's coming out there and saying, hey, we got 21 games coming. The Direct should not double that, but it'll definitely make it 30, and I'm pumped for that. I can't wait for that to happen. Hopefully it's soon. Until that time, though, let me know your take in the comments down below. Have a fantastic day, everybody. Hit that like button if you enjoyed the video and like this tier kind of stuff. And until next time, thanks again for watching. Be good to yourself and others out there. SwitchForce out.